I was simply saying, a fat woman is the, equivalent of what a broke dude is.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Denford,
All right.
I cannot keep quiet.
Uh-oh, somebody's triggered. Somebody is triggered.
What did he say?
Damn, I ain't never thought about it like that.
A fat woman is the, equivalent of what a broke dude is.
What do you mean by that?
First things first, we need to understand the logic behind this. Women judge men on their ability to provide. Men judge women based on how they physically look. Let's calculate. Typical broke guy has no money. It's hard getting the women that he wants. So they settle for what they can get. Alright, makes sense. Fat woman, you don't have a banging body. It's harder attracting the men that you want. So she settles for the men that she can get.
Equivalent.
Bruh.
By this man's logic, he has a strong case. Let's hear more.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Denford,
All right.
I cannot keep quiet.
Yeah. No. Run. We have to be professional.
Okay, but I should be able to respond.
Yeah, but let him finish, then you respond. Right? Let's just have order. Because I know you have strong feelings about what he's saying, and he probably has his own feelings. But let's just have some order. Let him speak, and then you can say. Let's not interrupt him. Then we look like we're fighting, but we're discussing.
Yes, thing. I was saying yes, thing. Why are women allowed to have what they call preferences when it comes to the men they would want to date? You hear a woman, she'll say, I want a muscular guy. I want a tall guy. Maybe I want him dark-skinned. Maybe I want a yellow bone.
Right.
I want a good-looking guy, that. Everyone is, okay with that. She's allowed to have those preferences.
Right.
And then when a guy says something like this, I just want my woman to be fit and slim.
Right.
Suddenly, he's what? He's a sexist. He's a misogynist. He hates fat women.
Misogyny.
You are fat phobic.
Okay, but that's not the
But
same.
that's not the same. Okay,
It's
can
not the
you?
same.
What's your type?
I got the abs, nice skin, tall.
Okay. What about you? Man, I like me something real slim. You know what I'm saying? I like me something, big bone, real slim.
Oh, that's body shaming.
Tell me how you just said the same thing I did. So how's that body shaming? Respectfully.
Cause guys don't have feelings. Like, this is why I can't fuck with guys. We body shaming all these girls. You gotta look nice for your girl.
All right, but you know what? Double standards.
For some reason, I cannot understand why some people have a problem with certain people's standards, let alone start shaming people for them. This kind of reminds me of that situation when Cam Newton said,
I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
Yes, bitch! Yes!
I look the part, but I don't act the part.
I don't cook. I don't clean.
No! God, please, no! Huh? Okay.
And it's a lot of women who are bad bitches. And I say bitches in a way, not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that, no, baby, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
and the women went wild. They went wild.
She's crazy.
Bruh. Are you only in your feels because you feel inadequate? Or is it just because you cannot meet the person's standards? Why do you have a problem with his preference? It's his preference.
No one cares!
It's not like he was directly talking to the people that got offended. He was talking to the people that it would connect to. But I digress. Let's continue.
If we're being honest with each other, right? The same way you women look at us, people have labeled me a broke nigga.
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke!
Right.
And I don't blame them for that. That's what they see. Yes, thing. So what they see when they are looking at a broke nigga,
right,
that is the same thing we see when we're looking at what? At a plus-sized woman.
You just huge. You big as a Buick.
Equivalent.
Damn.
That's the most craziest thing
Same
I've ever
thing.
heard in my life.
May seem crazy to her, but seems very logical to me.
What do you mean by that?
There really isn't a difference to me. When a guy is working on his money, cuts corners to become a scammer, his end result will allow him to pick and choose whatever kind of woman he wants. Versus when a woman is working on her body and she cuts corners and gets a BBL. Her end result will be the ability to attract as many men as possible. And she can pick and choose who she wants to settle down with. It really is equivalent to each other as far as men and women's struggles go.
Equivalent.
Man's biggest struggle is having to provide. A woman's struggle is her beauty.
Men fall in love with what they see, women fall in love with what they hear. Hence, women wear makeup and men lie about their finances.
Never be scared to ask men for money because they're never scared to ask you for sex.
What? Run. You know what I picked up from what he's saying?
No,
What he's actually
I
saying
actually don't know what you've
makes sense because people have preferences. There are some people who like plus size women. There's some people who like slim women. There's some people who like. These are facts.
Actually, no.
What he just said is facts. I don't know. There's a disconnect somewhere.
The disconnection in this conversation is that Shadiah tried to justify his comparison statement.
A fat woman is the, equivalent of what a broke dude is.
With a preference statement.
Is, okay with that. She's allowed to have those preferences.
Right.
And then when a guy says something like this.
Regardless of the disconnect, both statements remain true.
What he said was.
Are you talking in terms of
can
his
I?
post?
Okay. Can I speak?
Now you can.
Please.
Speak, yeah.
What he said was a plus size woman is the equivalent of a broke man. That's what he said. Everything that you're. Please allow me to finish.
Yeah.
Everything in between that is I don't even know what it is.
Oh gosh.
He said his first statement was a plus size woman is equivalent of a broke man in people's eyes. Not everybody has an issue with men without so much money.
What did she say?
Not everybody has an issue with men without so much money.
What? That is bullshit.
What world is this lady living in? Most women have a problem with a broke man. A man's value to a woman is based on his ability to provide.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
If you cannot provide, you don't get mating rights.
Broke boys don't deserve no.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
However, I don't expect her to understand because this is a man's struggle, not a woman's struggle. Based on Shadiah's theory, she should be more understanding of it, seeing she's a plus-size woman.
A plus-size woman.
You just huge. You big as a Buick.
Is equivalent of a broke man.
If you need some money, unfortunately, I do not have any.
What? I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Not everybody. So you know what? You are now trying to tailor-make it to be here or a here, which is not that.
What are you saying?
Okay.
Right? And I think the issue is I have no problem with the person having a type.
Okay.
No problem with the person having a type.
Yes.
We are all, please allow me to finish.
Okay.
Everybody has their own individual preferences,
right,
which is okay. Someone tall, someone short, someone older men, someone younger men. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But if we are now, the way you said it is making it seem like plus-size women is just bullshit.
That is bullshit.
Let's not try to glorify being fat. There's nothing healthy or attractive about it. And society's out here trying to make it a norm, all because there are so many insecure fat women.
Bruh. When you're talking about plus-sized women, this word is actually, difficult.
Okay, fat is
I'm going to say fat.
No. You cannot say fat.
Why isn't it possible?
Because I'm on the same, and I am a plus-size woman. Because I'm not small. I'm not. You can, and I will. If you say fat, I'm off the show.
Somebody's triggered. Somebody is triggered. So this term of calling fat people plus size is just feel-good Kool-Aid to them. Stop the nonsense. Hit the gym. Stop complaining. You being fat or plus size is a result that you can change. We're not supposed to be changing the wording. We're supposed to be changing the situation.
Okay. Not to offend you.
Say plus size. Because that is what is politically correct.
Nobody cares.
Why should we be politically correct?
Because this is a show where we are cognizant of the people around us. So you have to say plus size.
Nobody cares.
People's feelings over facts.
If you, I'm telling you the truth in front of God, I will not.
But yes, I would say
it has nothing to do.
This is really a result of what happens when you don't own your truth. You live in this diluted reality where you keep convincing yourself otherwise of your situations or your circumstances. And you try to make light of it by picking and choosing the kind of words that you want to use. And this is why a lot of people are going viral for just telling the truth. Because people
Can't handle the truth.
if this lady understood that she's fat, if she owned her truth when she is called fat, it wouldn't affect her because she's owned her problems. She knows she is, so why is she in her feelings for her end result? She is fat.
Damn.
Weight is literally something that you can fix. It's something that you can work on. Stop the fast foods. Work out. And that little insecure problem that you have is good as gone. Only if you decide to apply yourself and lose the weight. But we all know it's easier to come up with new names instead of putting in the work.
Okay, the word fat, plus size is the same thing. Plus size, the politically correct way, in case you haven't read anywhere.
Yes,
that is the politically correct way.
That is the problem now we have about being politically correct.
Okay, well, because this is a show where we're supposed to be respectful of one another, right? Because this is supposed to be a show where we are politically correct.
That's the reason.
No one cares!
Plus size is the politically correct term for fat.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, you know what's funny about this politically correct term? When someone is anti-fat people, the politically correct term to label those people is fatphobic. Keyword being fat. Why is it not plus size phobic? Because it don't make sense. It don't make sense. Also, if we're calling fat people plus size, what do we then refer to slim people as? Negative size? What? Minus size? Huh? Which is it? Or are we just going to be selective what we deem politically correct?
You just sad as hell.
It also goes back to the term broke. A lot of broke people find it offensive to be called broke.
I can't eat! I'm broke, nigga! I'm broke!
So does this mean we need a politically correct term to label them? Dusty ain't it, by the way. Dusty ain't it.
A fat woman.
You just huge. You big as a Buick.
Plus size, the politically correct way, in case you haven't read.
Equivalent of what a broke dude is.
Broke boys don't deserve no.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
I'm looking at you and I'm gonna let it go.